Welcome to Revit 2025 for BIM Expert. Hello friends, today we have a review on location line in Wall tool. Let's start. First I need to draw a detail line. For quick access type it's shortcut DL. Draw several lines for learning location line. To speed up our work, we can use Copy tool in Modify panel. As we learned before, select the endpoint of previous line as base point, then click on the next line for equal distance. Okay, it seems that the number of path we sketch is enough. Select wall then, find a wall with suitable thickness. I select basic wall type with 200 millimeters. When wall is active, look at option bar and check location line. It is wall center line now. Draw a wall on the detail line. Mouse will catch the nearest point in detail line. As you can see, the wall center line is on detail line. When you select wall center line is the default mode. By changing wall thickness, the center line of wall is still on detail line. Now I select a wall type with thickness of 300 millimeter. Draw a different wall type with different thickness and see where center line of wall is located. Now, change the thickness of one of the wall and see what happens. You're right, the thickness changed from center to outwards. I have a question from you. Why position of location line is important? To answer this question, look at following pictures. This position of center line is important if there is a chance the wall structure or wall type will change during the design process. If positioned incorrectly, geometry may shift and critical dimensions may change. I want to create a new wall with more layers by duplicating an available wall type. Remember this critical issues that do not change parameters of available families. Always create new family type by duplicating available families. After duplicating family type, I select an appropriate name. In future lessons, we learn about naming approach. Here I mentioned thickness of core wall and thickness of finishes. Now we create new wall type with this naming. Now find parameter related to structure of del I and select Edit. This window enables you to define structure of wall, add layers, and allocate materials. Let me describe this table much more. As can be seen, we can define different layers of walls. The layers in exterior side as outside finishes, the layers in core of wall as structure, and layers in interior side of wall as finishes. We can allocate different materials and thickness. The core of a wall refers to its main structural layer or layers. The core is specified by core boundary layers above and below. Based on the concept, we create a new wall with more layers. Click on Insert to add a new layer. Click on Up or Down B boxes to move layers. Here, I move new layer above core boundary. Now I edit layer in exterior side of wall. I give thickness and define material. Do not forget to specify the function of layer. I select Finish here. Let's repeat process and add a new layer in interior side of wall. And also allocate a thickness for this interior layer. You can easily allocate material to each layer. Click on 3 dots to open Material Browser. I want to allocate stone material to layer in an exterior side. Type and find stone. Repeat this process for interior layer. For example, allocate gypsum material or any material you want. Click OK to save setting in Material Browser. Now we created new wall with various layers. While location line is in wall center line, draw a wall in sketch lines. As you see, the wall is similar to previous lines. Now, what should we do? The answer is graphic display options. Select Fine for more graphical details. Wait to see the result. In various modes, you can see the level of graphical details. The Centerline is located on Sketchline. Now extend line for practicing location bar with new wall. Select wall again. This time I change location line to core centerline. Use nearest snap points to start and finish drawing wall. You may ask this question that, it looks like previous one. Let me explain for you. In wall centerline, half of whole wall is located above line, and half of whole wall is locate below wall. In core centerline, half of core layer is located above line, and half of core structural layer is locate below line. To see this difference clearly, I suggest you to create a new wall with following features. As we learned, for any new wall, it is better not to change available family types. Just create new one by duplicating. Edit structure of wall. Modify the thickness of one of layers, preferably the exterior or interior. To avoid symmetric of wall, allocate different values to exterior and interior. Start drawing new wall in wall centerline mode. Select same type and draw a wall with core centerline. When the wall is not symmetric, the wall centerline and core centerline are not coincide. The location of wall on the sketch line will different. Please pay attention to this delicate point in your drawing. Okay, I need to organize them a little. And finish. We learned about number 3 and number 4 from this diagram. Move to third option in location line, which is finish face exterior. As its name indicates, the wall will be drawn from finish layer of wall in exterior side, which is number 1 in the diagram. Draw wall from finish face exterior. The exterior line of wall is coincident with sketch line. Let's learn another type of location line, which is finish face interior. By using this option, wall will be located where? You guessed right, the finish layer of wall in interior side. In the diagram, it will be located in number 6 line. Draw a wall while location line is finish face interior. The finish layer of wall in interior side. The 5th one is core face exterior. Pay attention to this option. It is highly used and important during our modeling. Let's see together why it is important. As diagram shows, core face exterior is number 2. It is important because it specifies the boundary of structure layer. Core wall exterior is important because it represents the structural boundary of a building. Core wall exterior is often used as a reference for building elements, such as floor slabs and columns. Finishes may change during design and construction, while cores are references in most of time. Draw a wall when it is in core face exterior. Pay attention where the wall is located on sketch line. And the last mode, core face interior. Core face interior also specifies the boundary of core. Core face interior is line 5. Draw a wall based on core face interior. Core face interior is located on sketch line. We learned about wall location lines. Let's practice with this option in an exercise. Select detail line. You can also type DL for quick access. Draw a rectangle with detail line. Split area inside rectangle with some lines. I draw several lines here. Draw different types of lie, straight line and arc lines. Here I draw center ends arc. A little move into center of drawing area. Now select wall tool and choose the new type that we created recently. Check location line and select core face exterior. We mentioned its importance in drawing. We want to draw a wall on the sketch line. The core face exterior should be located on these lines. You can change graphical display for better conception. Modify the length of wall. You can continue easily. The endpoint of previous line will be continued and joint automatically. The new core will joint previous core wall. The finishes joint together. Or you can draw part of wall and use trim and extend tool for fillet function. Modify the length of wall. Pay attention to this point. All walls should be drawn clockwise. Otherwise, the location line will not applied correctly. Now tell me, for last side of rectangle, which direction is true for locating core face exterior? From up to down or from down to up? As we mentioned, for correct location line, you should obey clockwise drawing rule. Then exterior and interior will be according to the picture. The answer is down to up, and left side of wall will be exterior and right side is interior. Let me undo to remind an important point. When converting 2D DWG plan to 3D modeling in Revit, this point is very practical and useful. You have sketch line in plan, and then they should be modeled in Revit. No need to draw a whole wall. Draw part of it, then modify according to picture. Draw smart part of wall exactly where core wall is located. Any point you select as endpoint, the wall will be joined and extended automatically. Core joins core, finish join finishes. So interesting. This approach helps you to save your time and draw wall exactly on the main structure of wall according to 2D DWG. Follow clockwise drawing. Use trim and extend to modify plan. More point about location line. This time select wall, check location line. When you push tab, what do you see? Correct! The direction of exterior and interior will change. When you make mistake in true side of wall, you can push tab to change direction of exterior and interior side. When you draw counterclockwise, the direction of exterior and interior will change. But I do not recommend you to draw this way. This may cause confusing while drawing and making problem in the direction of wall. As can be seen, exterior layer is inside shape, which is not acceptable. As a result, always draw clockwise to control direction of walls. I complete the drawing wall based on points we learned. It is very logical that structural part of wall is inside plan, and core face exterior is coincident with lines. Now draw arc based on center point and end point. Look at direction of wall. It seems that direction of exterior and interior is not correct. Why? Correct, it does not follow clockwise approach. When draw down to up the direction seems true, by the way you can use tab key to find true direction. Or we can draw wall by select line. Pay attention which side of line is selected. It seems that core layer is joint to core layer, and finishes are joint to finishes correctly. Now it is time to draw interior walls. Duplicate existing wall and create a new wall for interior spaces. Define a new name for interior wall. Edit structure of wall. Allocate a suitable thickness to finishes. Because it is a type of interior wall, both side is finished with gypsum. Click OK to save setting in Material Browser. New wall is created. It is ready to draw. In this case, I want half of wall in one space and other half in other space. So what should I do? Correct! I can select location line on core center line. If wall is symmetric, I can also select wall center line. Find blue dot. It indicates end point of line. Drag and drop blue dot at nearest point of other line. As you can see, the joint is applied. Modify the length of wall. Modify manually or use extend tool. Repeat process and draw another interior wall. This wall should be located exactly at the center of this sketch line. Draw all remained interior walls. Location line is core center line. Okay, our plan is finished. The important point is that after drawing wall, it is not possible to change location line. In this regard, delete wall and redraw again with new location line. Now we want to review an important point. Sketch several detail lines according to the screen. The distance between them is 5 meters. Draw walls based on core center line. Now what is distance between these two lines? 5 meters or less? 5 meters from center line to center line. While copying wall, we insert the distance of 5 meters. But you see temporary line shows 4.3 meters. It is distance between face of walls. Go to Manage, Additional Setting, Annotation, and Temporary Dimensions. Here, you can modify that temporary dimensions consider which location lines for measurement. Temporary line shows 5 meters from center line to center line. I hope you enjoy this lesson. We learned all points related to location lines. Please subscribe to Learn Software channel.